Bombs may still haunt Baghdad, but these young men are more concerned with burning the rubber. In a country where daily life is based on trying to avoid dangers, these Iraqis are turning to danger as a way to avoid reality. Tasting the thrill of speed and testing the authorities. It's an unexpected sight in post-war Iraq. But beneath the fun, a grim statistic. Half of the country's growing youth population is unable to find work.
The biggest problem is financial support. Today, everyone is constantly trying to find work. But in Baghdad, there are very few jobs. I myself am unemployed.
10 years after the war, life in Iraq is full of contradictions. But for young men like Omar, the motorcycle is one way to escape the daily frustrations of life here in Iraq, revving his engine and taking off to an uncertain future.
Adrenaline may be one way of coping with uncertainty, but not for Sabah Hassan Hussein. She now spends most of her days at home with her daughters, trying to rebuild a life shattered by corruption. The household chores are a far cry from her former career as a journalist, but she's too scared to return to work. She had been investigating corruption and prison abuses when she herself was detained and thrown behind bars. The charges have been dropped, but the family had to sell nearly everything they owned just to cover the thousands of dollars in bribes to secure her release.
In this country, money can buy you a degree, it can buy you a high position, and it can buy you freedom. And if you get accused of something in Iraq, you could be executed just because you can't afford to pay to save your life.
It was a year-long ordeal that, by her account, involved beatings and sexual assault. She says that she's become a victim of the same corruption she once tried to expose. From victims to victors. In a country better known for violence and divisions, this youth football school is one of the few bright spots that stands out. Sunni, Shia, and Christian kids play here on the same field, and that's exactly why the school was opened. 14-year-old Ali doesn't like to talk about the day his father was killed. Instead, he spends his time training on the field, hoping to one day play on Iraq's national football team. But for now, a more pressing desire.
I want the security situation to become peaceful. Elsewhere, maybe 1 or 2 people are killed each day, but here many people are killed every day, by explosions and even beheadings. So I want Iraq to become safe like other countries.
It's a wish that's undoubtedly echoed all across Iraq, where the past decade left nearly everyone with a tragic story to tell. And yet somehow, life goes on. Kafanov, RT, Baghdad.